Have you ever wondered how a great idea, that spark of inspiration, actually turns into a polished app on your screen? Well, in this explainer, we're diving into the work of someone who does exactly that, Asfand Ali Qazi, a full-stack developer who's all about turning complex concepts into real-world digital products. So let's jump right in. So right off the bat, this quote tells you everything. His mission isn't just about writing lines of code, it's about a passion for building. But the real key phrase here is seamless digital experiences. I mean, think about it. We've all used clunky websites and confusing apps. Seamless is everything. It's the difference between a user getting totally frustrated and leaving and one who becomes a loyal customer. That focus is what really makes a product great. So, who is Asfand? He's a freelancer, and that means collaboration is right at the heart of what he does. The big takeaway here is that he's not just some hired gun you give a list of tasks to. Nope, he's more like a creative partner, someone who works with you to really get what you're trying to build and then bring that vision to life. Okay, so this brings us to the core of his expertise. We hear this term, full stack, thrown around all the time, but what does it actually mean when the rubber meets the road? Let's break it down. The easiest way to think about it is like this. A full-stack developer is both the architect who designs the house and the master builder who actually builds it. The front end is all the stuff you see and touch, the layout of the rooms, the color on the walls, the buttons you click. The back end is the hidden but absolutely crucial stuff, the foundation, the plumbing, the wiring in the walls that makes everything actually work. Asfand handles both sides, making sure the whole thing not only looks great, but is built on a solid foundation. And these are the specific tools he uses to build that structure. You'll see things like React, which is a powerhouse for building those slick, interactive user interfaces, the front end. For the back end, the engine, he uses frameworks like Nest.js to build really efficient and scalable applications. Mern development is basically a full suite of these kinds of technologies all working together in harmony. The bottom line is, he has the whole toolkit to connect what you see with what you don't, creating apps that are totally cohesive and super fast. But his skills don't just stop with web applications. He's got more up his sleeve. Let's explore how he applies his know-how to a couple of other areas, which really shows off his versatility. This chart here really breaks it down for us. On one side, you have desktop applications. These are the programs you actually install and run on your computer. On the other, you've got web applications, which, you just access through your browser. The cool thing is, Asfand is a pro in both of these worlds, and he knows how to pick the right tools for the right job. So for building those powerful desktop apps, he's using things like C# with WPF or MAUI, which are perfect for creating apps that feel right at home on Windows. He also uses JavaScript Electron, which is this really clever technology that lets him build a desktop app once and have it run on different systems, like both Mac and Windows. And underneath all of that is his deep knowledge of managing data, whether it's with traditional SQL databases or the more flexible NoSQL kind. And then there's WordPress. The big story here is all about empowering you, the client. He builds these incredible websites, could be a blog, a portfolio, or a full-blown online store that aren't just beautifully designed, but are also super easy for you to manage after he's done. It's all about giving you the keys so you have control over your own digital space. All right, talk is one thing, but seeing is believing, right? Let's take a quick run through some real examples of his work so we can see these skills in action. First up, a full-stack e-commerce platform. I mean, this is the whole shebang. It's a complex project that perfectly shows off his end-to-end skills, from handling secure user logins to managing product inventory, all the way to integrating payments. This is a fantastic example of building something from the ground up. Next, something completely different, a Markdown editor. This is great because it shows his ability to create lightweight, focused tools that just solve a problem really, really well. It's not always about building a massive platform. Sometimes the most elegant solution is a simple tool that just works perfectly. It's all about clean design and pure usability. And finally, let's look at his WordPress work. Now, these are not your run-of-the-mill cookie-cutter templates. These are custom-designed websites for agencies, built from the start to look amazing on any device and structured to be SEO-friendly, to help them actually get found on Google. Okay, so we've seen what he can do, but what's it actually like to work with him? If you're a client with an idea, how does that idea go from just a concept in your head to a real, finished product? The process is actually pretty straightforward, broken down into 3 clear, collaborative steps. It all starts with a simple conversation to get a quote. From there, you work closely together to really nail down your vision. And then finally, it's launch time, bringing your custom-built solution to life and creating that seamless experience we were talking about right at the beginning. And this brings us full circle, doesn't it? This question is more than just a wrap-up. It's a direct call to action that gets right back to his core mission. It's asking if you're ready to take your own vision and turn it into a reality. And for anyone who's ready to take that step, here's how you can get started. You can reach out to Asfand directly at asfand@asviqazi.com to begin that conversation. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.